Ciao belli, let's go! Today on the menu, spin on the classical pixie standard deck. So it's called a PixieRack because the idea is to use the power of the pixie to bounce permanent to your own hand, but to attack the opposite hand. And the basic package of Pixie is right there, and the basic package is Pixie for Hopeless Nightmare and for Nowhere to Run. But then instead to play it with the blue and more of a tempo deck, we are going to attack his hand. So we have a lot of permanent that attack its hand entering on the battlefield. Bandit's Talent, the Warlock, Liliana of course, and the All-Style Investigator. All these permanent attack their board on the ETB, so they can be picked on back by Pixie and replayed. We also play 2 copies of Rankle's Prank, which is symmetry sorcery, but it's a very useful tool in this deck when you need to destroy some creature or finish him because it can also do damage. And the rack part of the deck is of course done by Bandit's Talent that at the second level gives a loss of 2 life to the oppo if he has 1 or less card in its hand. To finish the deck we have some removal in main and a couple of sweeper. We play Deadly Cover Up since we have a skew. It's almost a black deck with the add of Pixie and Get Lost. And it's not perfect. We don't have the Verge yet for Orzhov, so it's not perfect. And the Painful Quandary. And the Painful Quandary is just here for the meme. And as a sideboard, we have more discard with Duress, Ghost Vacuum for the graveyard, the Destroy Evil against big creatures and enchantment, some more removal in Go for the Throat, and then a couple of temporary lockdown against aggro, and as well as 2 Shieldred if we are playing against a mono red or very aggro archetype. So let's go on the ladder and see if this spin on the Pixie deck is going to be valuable. All right, let's see how the deck performs against Ivlinia. We like to play first, and it's a slow but keepable land, I think. We are going to shave a land with the Fabled Passage and go from there. Let's hope that it doesn't have a 2 aggro start, but then we can recover maybe with Liliana and Rankle's Prank. Let's see. We like to play from turn 1 in this deck, but it's not always possible. So I think here we're going to take black since we have so few spell anyway in white, and we don't mind Get Lost. Let's see if we need to fire it on turn 2. So this is banned, and I think we start making this card and attack his end. So next turn we can decide to play Hostile Investigator or something else, depending on what it does. So this is a land. Let's see. So this is the typical ramp deck, and so this is going to enter tap. Shall we take a turn off to play Liliana, or we go with the... I think we go with the Hostile Investigator and start to get value when we can later make him discard with our other discard spell. So this was played at the beginning when it came out. It was in the special sheet of Outlaw Thunder Junction. Since then we haven't seen it much, because with Duskmoor the preferred strategy in black was Demon. So the Hostile Investigator had a very short life, so we don't mind to see that. not thrilled, but we don't mind. We're going to lose a little bit of resource, but it's okay. And now we can keep playing on an empty board Liliana. And we don't mind that either, because it's going to do his job twice. It's going to make him discard pretty much 2 cards, plus we can always get back Liliana with our Get Lost if we decided not to kill the Overlord. So yeah, this is really good, because I think now, yeah, it's even better than that, because now we can Get Lost the Leyline, nowhere to run, and I don't think we activate. Should we? I don't think so, because next turn we can make him discard anyway, and also destroy the creature that is going to hurt us. So hopefully he's going to play another Overlord. So this is not your typical Overlord deck. Generally, I don't see the Flood Pit deck, and but yeah, it is what it is. And now it's going to work out anyway, because first we make him sacrifice a creature. Then we Hopeless Nightmare. And then I think this, and this will always happen. Do we also make him lose life? We can scry and draw. We are going to, but he has an Overlord, which in 3 turns will become a problem. So maybe yes. I don't know if that the third option was correct. Let's see if he draws something or if it's just a land. If it doesn't find a creature, it cannot activate the map, which we don't mind. And we have more drawing that he does. So this is nothing. We activate the ability, draw another card, and yeah. This is the game of the name of the game. And we pump Liliana, and we are going to use Hopeless Nightmare, hopefully to surveil into something useful. Yeah, I know that it's going to discard it anyway, and this is a problem if we don't draw our removal, or if we don't challenge his life in some way. With the rack, it would be perfect. Now Bandit's Talent would also give us a card advantage, so let's see if we can find it. I think Hostile Investigator is good enough. Do we have a turn? We have a turn. It's going to be... So this is tough. I'm not sure this is good enough. We're going to attack him at least once. Yeah, I think it has to be. So we don't want to know where to run, but we take the Hostile Investigator. It doesn't even attack once because it's already at 1. I shouldn't have, maybe. This is not going to be a problem. When it's going to become a creature, we can sacrifice on Liliana if we cannot resolve it. So yeah, I think this is still good. And we are in a top deck. So yeah, so now it does resolve. We need another removal. So I think on the... I think that on... so we really need to remove the Overlord. Let's resolve it first. And at this point, this is not good anymore. And the fountain part is not very good either, but we take what we get. and we can only pump Liliana, and now we are in a pickle because now it's going to generate value with the Overlord, and we are desperately looking to get our sweeper. And he can attack us, it's definitely going to attack with the 6. I don't know if he's attacking with the Overlord too. He should, because he's getting to creature to champ. Killing anyway Liliana, so I think we create a fish, and we know block. So it's land for him, and this is not the. It's going to discard, so we're going to have another draw. Which, I mean, it's fine. And Deadly Cover Up is pretty good. So now we pass, we get the damage in, and then we're going to clean the board and try again. So we're going to block and then draw, since we're going to, and then I think we're going to remove the Overlord of the Mistmoor, which is the toughest creature to deal with. Let's see. I don't think this list plays counterspell. It's a proactive list, control list with removal and sweeper. So, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's see. Yeah, this we don't mind too much, right? Actually, we kind of dig it, since he spent the spell to give us more resources. And we have the Fountain Port that can generate some kind of advantage. We're going to be low on life, that's for sure, but that is what it is. So I think I prefer to draw, right? Instead of, yeah. And this is going to be 10. But now, luckily, we have the Deadly Cover Up to clean the board. And we are going to, doesn't matter to us, so it's 4, 8, I think, 6. We clean everything, and now we can remove this Overlord. What else? He has the Migration, which would be a pain, and Atraxa, and also Zur. Yeah. So, yeah, he has a lot of good draw. Also because these are redraw. Actually, that are tutors, even worse, and the Up the Beanstalk are redraw. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that can go wrong here. But we can, let's see if it draw land, it gives us a chance. Let's see if we can close the game now. We want to draw. And the cut down doesn't do anything in this matchup, so it's really a blank. We have a lot of blank, so that's not the best. I think we are going to dig some more. We really would love to get the Bandit's Talent online, because it's going to be our clock. So we're going to sacrifice this token to draw a card. We could still play it now. And that's still no deal. Let's see if it got something. Maybe it's a removal. Yeah, they get lost, it's okay. It's trying to survive too. This we don't mind to see, since we're going to clean the board again if needed. And Let's draw some more. So now it's a staring contest. Let's see if he gets his resources before. Not that we are super lucky, but neither is him. I wonder if I should create like the fish and try to close the game in that way, representing a clock. But I don't know about that. The problem with this deck is that rack effect, there is only the bandit's talent nowadays, and so we don't have a lot of so we first attack, and then we are going to cover up. Yeah. And it's going to be 6 again, so 4, 5, 6. And we choose the overlord, of the blue overlord. Let's see if he has some more. Doesn't have any more. Yeah, there's not. His deck is almost all it's almost all gas now. So I think here we're going to surveil. So this is the redraw I was talking about. Now, like an Atraxa is going to be devastating for us. Let's see. This one works too. And yeah. I don't think there is a card that let us win now. What about the pixie? The pixie is not going to do it. They get lost either. We have only one removal. The pixie represent one removal, and then we can put 2 blockers, so 3. Do we leave? I think it's our only hope. And then we going to mix it anyway. So maybe we can leave one more turn, but then it's pretty much done from here. So let's do it right now. There's no reason to wait. And 3, no, because we're going to get so this is a good game. We're going to get yeah, damage for each fish that we create, and therefore we're going to die. Yeah, so we are not going to block. And let's go to game 2. So domain ramp, deck that you can find a lot on the ladder. And for these, I think we want the Shieldred. I think the Destroy Evils comes in, and the Cut Downs goes out. And maybe also we can get the Go for the Throat. Or maybe the Duress we want. Let's play the Duress. Let's see if they are. Let's play a couple of Duress. And the Nowhere to Run can go to. I mean, they answer the Blue Overlord, but maybe they are not that necessary. Do we like this configuration? I think we cannot do much better than this. I mean, there's Go for the Throat, for sure. But yeah, let's try like that. Game 2. Let's see if we can improve. And at least bring the challenge to game 3. So we want to play first, and we have a very similar hand what we had before. I don't know if it's good enough. Maybe we should mulligan, but we have both our and plus we have the fortress now to challenge him if needed at the when resources are going to be over. So I think we're going to play fortress, and then the Fabled Passage, and then Fabled Passage on turn 4. So let's see if it's going to be enough. Does he have the ballot too? Maybe he does. So now I think we prefer the Surveil, and nowhere to run goes in the bin. And maybe it was should it be a mulligan, huh? Or should it be put it out? So since we are drawing only lands, I think Liliana can be interesting. Does he have enough for Leyline Binding? He does not, but he has the negate. Okay. So we accept that, and we go on. So now I think we play the... And then we can play another Restless Fortress, since we don't need any more mana. But maybe in this situation we need to try to, with this deck we need to mulligan a little more aggressive to try to find our pieces and not start the game against the control deck at turn 3. Because he has a lot of way to draw himself out of top decking against us. And our deck is not that good up top decking as it is. So this is definitely going to be a target for Get Lost. It doesn't have the mana to activate it already. So this is a Get Lost target, if I ever seen one. Or even better, let's attack first. A Destroy Evil one. So let's see. Let's see if he'll drop one of his big bomb. Yeah, Bezra is pretty good. But then it's not that we are too scared of it. So this is 5 to activate. So maybe we do Hopeless Nightmare. Attack. Attack. And since we have the fortress now, I wonder, and I get lost to answer maybe is a threat, if we should do it now. Should I... we remove Beza. What happens if he has another Beza? We can get lost it. He's not going to get... he was going to get 4 life, but he's going to get it anyway. He's going to get a treasure token, but that's it. So maybe we do this now. Since we have the Restless Fortress to attack his life point. And he's going to have one more resource than us. We have a Get Lost. He's going to have still one, his best card of the 3, plus the one that he's going to draw. But I think this is on a Koi play. We have 6 land, he has 4. We are more developed than him. And so yeah. I don't know if Ranko's prank... we are not going to have... yeah, of course, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So let's see what kind of threat he's going to present us. If this card is not a creature, we have a shot. Yeah, Zur was not the best. And but now any enchantment he has is going to be a pain. Yeah, I didn't think about, yeah, so this is going to be, this is going to get also life. life gain. So yeah, we need another Rankel's prank or some kind of so yeah. Let's see. Hostile Investigator. Let's see. He's going to lose his last card, the other Zur. And we're going to draw. And it's not over until it's over. I mean, we have a lot of draw too, thanks to our cards. Let's draw and then let's consider if we want to activate Hopeless Nightmare. So he's not going to attack. Land is not the best, so definitely we are going to and I think we'll get both of them. First we can even hope that he's going to play something more to improve his and then so no attack for us, and we're not going to attack even if we're going to use the Hostile Investigator. So yeah, so this is really good. I mean, again, good is a big word, but it's okay. Just to discard a card, and we're going to get our so we draw, and then it's not too bad for us, this actually, since and I think we're going to, so he knows that he's going to lose everything. He thinks about it anyway, so he's saying engage to life. But yeah, it's too important to keep the get lost for ourselves, so yeah. So we're going to play another land because we have tons of them. And Deadly Cover Up, 4, 6. And I think it's going to be Zur, right? Has to be. There's already 2 in the bin. This is something different. Can be also, no, it has to be Zur that also gives him lifelink. So I don't know if it was correct, but it is what it is. And then we have a removal for the next spell, and then we can start activating the Writer's Fortress. It's not a fast clock, but it's still a clock. So this is not the best. Fortunately, we have a removal for that. And now we attack. And we brought him again with to have no resources at the end, and we're going to start generating also the fish now. This is close. I mean, we need him to break a couple of rounds at least. Let's see. He has so many good draws. He showed us before that he top deck better than us. Let's see. We could also attack with both the Wrestler's Fortress, maybe it's better. So, fish. This is 2 damage, so maybe we attack as long as we can. And then if it's not going to be enough, we're going to, yeah, we need one more damage, and then we can finish him with Awful Nightmare. Hopeless Nightmare, the opposite, of course. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a game for us, and this is a good game, Oppo. So yeah, we win just by burning him. Yeah, and we go to game 3. I think we're going to remove the Nowhere to Run. It's really not doing much for us. And I think we prepare, this could be also like a good spell, since we're going to go to the late game. And but yeah, and then what we put is still in. Maybe I go for the throat, maybe 2. Let's put 2 go for the throat and 1 less shielded, so we can remove Zor. Yeah, sure, let's go like that. So this is the configuration of the final game. We were in a top deck situation, but hopefully we're going to have a smarter way to see our opening hand and decided to keep or mulligan better, because I'm not sure about the hands we kept both of the time. The first game we draw better, and the first game he drew better, and then we draw better in the second game. So also another thing to consider, the animated land are really important here, because hopefully very often in these games, like we don't get to with a lot of resources at the end, and so that represented for us the win. He's deciding to keep. So this is a different way to see the pixie deck, and this is a very aggro end against against him. So I think we're going to keep. I like it more. There is the pixie. We have a lot of removal, and we are faster this time. He's already at 6, and let's see. So we don't mind that, and we start to attack his end. And then we also have a Deadly Cover-Up. And the pixie is going to be 2 damage per turn. You don't really want to spend a removal on it, but it's going to add up very quickly if he doesn't do anything about it. So he's already short in resources, so let's hope that like this triple Hopeless Nightmare in the first 3 turn is going to be enough. So basically it's the bean. Up the beanstalk is really something that he helps him to refill his hand. We don't like to see that, but there is not much we can do. And it's better to do like that, so we show less information to him. He doesn't know we have another Hopeless Nightmare in the end. But if he has the Overlord that ramp is going to generate card advantage, and for us it's going to be tough to keep him on check. Let's see. So Nissa hits the bean, and it seems he doesn't have it, so good for us. We keep attacking in his hand, hopefully it's going to be enough. So with this Hopeless Nightmare and the Hostile Investigator next turn, we are going to put him again in a situation of in a top deck war, and yeah, he's going to have removal, but this is really what we can do. Let's see what he's discarding. It's really tough for him. And I feel that this deck is really going to test your opponent more than you, because any deck that attacks your resources, it ruin your playing pattern. I mean, this deck plays a very straightforward game, even if it seems a control deck. It's really always the same. Up the beanstalk, ramping, and then deploying your threats, and using leyline binding and the sunfall to keep on check the board. And having and it works because he has a lot of removal. He has a lot of resources most of all the time. Choking him on removal, it's really going to hurt him. It looks like he might even have conceded, and if he has so, this is a win. So yeah, maybe not. I mean, the Overlord, see, that was the challenge. I mean, impending for this probably doesn't have a land, because if he had a land, that was going to represent 2 creature plus a card, but maybe he just conceded the game, which it's also a reasonable end for and still a win for us. I mean, so this is the deck. We haven't shown the rack card, the Bandit's Talent, but you can imagine if you can, if one of these removal discard spell was a Bandit's Talent on the battlefield, how much damage would have done in the previous 2 games, because there was in both games like 4, 5, 6 turn where we were just drawing, and this is 2 damage a turn, plus drawing for us if you get also the 3rd level. So yeah, the deck plays much better than maybe you see in this showcase. Anyway, against one of the strongest deck with most card advantage, also another thing to consider, the deck performed well enough to win. So there you have it. This is the deck. So PixieRack, we haven't seen the rack part, but you see how fast we can attack his end. Maybe the Painful Quandary, it's always on the chopping block on game 2, is just another rack effect pretty much. And since we have only the 4 Bandits Talent, that's what I felt to play, but maybe can be removed for something more solid, like another Liliana, or maybe another Get Lost, or another Cat Down. But yeah, this is the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I catch you the next time. Bye bye.